They looked at my old cardigan and saw a servant. They whispered when they thought I couldn't hear. I walked into their grand gala alone. The judgment in the room was suffocating. But then the spotlight hit me, and their fake world shattered into pieces. Suddenly, the arrogance was gone. Only shame remained, because true worth doesn't shout, it stands. Watch the full story of Quiet Justice.
Hello, my name is Amelia, and I am 60 years old. Looking at me, you might think I am just a simple, poor woman because I prefer comfort over designer labels. But these same hands built a global export empire from nothing. Today, I'll share how I was judged for my clothes and the shock when the truth finally came out. The spotlight hit me like a sunrise, warm, bright, unavoidable. Crystal chandeliers shimmered above. 1,000 eyes turned toward me. Whispers rippled like wind in tall grass. Amelia Santos, the host announced. I watched their faces, surprise, confusion. A few jaws dropped like fallen fruit. Veronica's mother stood frozen, like porcelain under pressure. My hands didn't shake. They rested quietly at my sides, steady, sure, as if they already knew this moment was coming. I smiled, not wide, just enough. Because I remembered the first time I saw her, before all of this, before she knew my name meant anything. Back then, I sat at the far end of her dining table. Marble.
Long enough to lose yourself across. Silverware lined up like soldiers. 3 forks I didn't need. They don't want to touch. Sharp and mean, polished with judgment. She asked, voice coated in honey and steel. I folded my hands. Old cardigan sleeves pulled down to my wrists. No jewelry, no designer anything, just me. A servant placed soup in front of me. I lifted the spoon. My hand didn't tremble. Melissa's gaze did. I smiled again, under the spotlight, as if I were a puzzle missing a piece. A humble woman, a simple woman, a woman who should have been embarrassed. But I wasn't. And that raised the question, look like she's already won. This is how it began. Not with shouting, not with broken plates, with a table, a smile, and the quiet power of being underestimated. I packed light, a practical leather bag, worn at the edges, soft from years of airports and boardrooms. It held everything I needed, nothing more. On the taxi seat beside me, the bag looked small.
But it carried more history than the mansion I was about to enter. The gates appeared first, tall iron, coated in the kind of black that shines even in cloudy weather. He just stared, waiting for permission from inside. I stepped out. Gravel crunched under my shoes. Not imported stone, at least not the expensive kind. Decorative, more for show than function. Melissa Hartley opened the door. Pearls, hair sprayed into submission, smile like a blade wrapped in silk. Her eyes dipped to my bag, then to my shoes. Judgment, weighed and calculated. Ah, yes, she said. The hallway looked like a museum. Floors without a footprint on them. Walls lined with paintings no one actually appreciated. Furniture no one sat on. A home designed to be seen, not lived in. I'd seen boardrooms with the same energy, not used like a tool. Boots muted against rugs that cost more than entire apartments. She didn't offer to take my bag. Of course not. The dining room table stretched like a runway. 12 seats.
Only 6 occupied. The chandelier above us glittered like ice. Daniel stood and hugged me, warmth in a cold structure. Melissa's eyes twitched at the way he said it, at the affection. I sat where they pointed, not beside Daniel, farther down, a polite distance disguised as hospitality. Silverware arranged in rows, knife edges facing the same angle, napkins folded like origami swans, stiff, brittle. A servant poured water into crystal glasses. The pitcher trembled slightly, not from fear, from the weight of being watched. Mr. Hartley broke the silence. A single phrase, perfectly sharpened. I nodded once, the universal gesture of someone thinking they've won a point. Charming, he said, refreshing, like poverty is a spa treatment. My mother had a sewing hobby too. A pause, a smile, a nod toward my cardigan. I placed my napkin on my lap, hands steady, breath even. Across from me, porcelain plates clinked, the rhythm of wealth, precise, uninterrupted. Veronica finally spoke.
I told them how sweet you are, she said. Daniel's so lucky you were able to support him emotionally. A bow wrapped in thorns, delivered as a compliment. Silent approval of her daughter's delivery. The room smelled faintly of truffle oil and old money. Food plated like art, bread too perfect to tear. Not a home, a performance. Someone mentioned travel, Paris, Milan, private tours of vineyards. Melissa asked, swirling her wine just enough to she'd been taught how. The glass caught the light. So did her eyes, resting at my feet like a loyal friend. Yes, I said. She blinked, clearly expecting a different answer. A single syllable, stretched thin. I watched her face. Perfect makeup. Poor curiosity. Work trips, I said. A cut of steak priced like precious metal. Sweet but condescending. What sort of sewing? I didn't correct her. I didn't defend myself. Like a stain on her linen tablecloth. Someone whispered to another guest. Not loud.
Forks paused, eyes darted. A warning. My hands did not shake. My smile did not fade. I was not intimidated. I was indexing. Each tone, each expression, each assumption to lead a room. Sometimes power sits quietly and watches. Dessert arrived, gold spoons, chocolate molded like architecture. Melissa folded her hands, a gesture of false intimacy. That you don't feel out of place. A pause, a sip of wine, a twitch of her smile. I set down my spoon, looked at the table, looked at the chandelier, looked at her. This place wasn't overwhelming. It was predictable. Rooms like this always follow the same blueprint. Grand ceilings, fragile pride, thin empathy, thick curtains, no airflow. A museum of self-importance sitting silently in the middle of it. Melissa's pearls caught the light. So did her condescension. She leaned in, voice dipped in false sympathy. You must feel proud, she murmured, to see Daniel rise so far.
To know he'll never have to struggle the way you did. She meant he escaped your life. He outgrew you. You are the past. I looked at my hands, lines from years of work, years of building something real. Then I looked at hers, smooth, delicate, untested. Her smile twitched again. She looked unsure. Because I wasn't shrinking. I wasn't breaking. Like a business negotiation. Silent, calm, calculating. Not preparing to fight, preparing to remember.
I only needed carrots, maybe tea, something simple to fill the evening. The market buzzed with weekend noise, vendors calling out prices, fruit stacked like still life paintings. My leather bag hung low at my side, comfortable, familiar. When I heard heels before I heard voices, sharp taps like punctuation on concrete. Veronica and Melissa. They froze when they saw me, as if I were a ghost they didn't expect to haunt daylight. Veronica lifted a hand, half wave, half shield. "Amelia," she said, tight smile, eyes flicking at my clothes, my groceries, taking inventory. Melissa eyed my bag, then the basket in my hand. Her lips curved, brittle. "Oh," she said. The word essentials sagged with judgment. Cheap, unworthy. I placed an apple gently into the basket. Their eyes followed the movement. No trembling hand, just precision.
Our circles are hosting a charity gala. People of influence, small, rehearsed, cruel. Veronica stepped closer, but the words carried the same weight. It's fundraising for business leaders. The implication was clean. You wouldn't qualify. I didn't answer. I didn't need to. I paid for my groceries. Coins, bills, hands steady. As I left, I heard Melissa exhale through her nose, a laugh, the kind that thinks the world is already decided. They didn't stop me. They didn't call out. Hierarchy affirmed. They didn't know the gala was already on my calendar. They didn't know my company's foundation was quietly underwriting the event. They didn't know their world had already learned my name, not with pity, with respect. The gala shimmered like a jewel box, glass doors, marble floors, music like champagne bubbles. I walked in alone. No escort, no introductions, the only brown thing in a room of metallics and black. People noticed. They always do.
Not out of recognition, out of confusion. Who let simplicity into a palace? A flute of champagne lifted like a trophy. She saw me. The laugh flatlined, a single syllable full of frost. Veronica turned, eyes wide. Not excitement, alarm. Someone Melissa clearly knew, glancing at me like I had spilled something. Melissa's voice dropped, theatrical concern. "I'm not sure," she murmured. She didn't finish. A server carrying drinks passed too close, fingers clutching a champagne glass. The glass nearly slipped. She thought belonged to me. Who is she with? Security should be stricter. Anyone. As if that word meant unwanted. I adjusted my bag strap. No flinch. No reply. Then Mr. Hartley appeared, face flushed, pride polished like his shoes. He nodded at me. "You're very brave to attend," he said, words dripping condescension. "As long as you feel comfortable, of course." He emphasized the last word. Slow, deliberate, as if I might break, as if I didn't fund half the room.
He tilted his head toward a staff member, a gesture, a silent permission. The staff member hesitated, then stepped toward me. Melissa's voice followed like smoke. "It's all right, Dare." The staff member reached out. A removal, a polite escort, dignity disguised as courtesy. But the microphone cracked alive, warm and confident. The room paused, then evaporated. A spotlight ignited, clean, white, sharp. It landed on me. A thunderclap. Silence hit harder than applause. Applause. Loud, sincere, confused.
a building wave. I stepped forward, caught between shame and apology. Mr. Hartley's face lost color, his confidence drained like wine spilled on cloth. Hands trembled around his glass. Veronica's breath hitched, shoulders jolted, eyes wide enough to drown in. Melissa's champagne flute slipped, just enough for the stem to wobble. Liquid shimmered at the rim. Her face broke open. Fear, regret, realization. I reached out, not to comfort her, not to catch the glass, just to adjust the strap of my leather bag. The applause thundered. The spotlight warmed my face. I didn't bow. I didn't wave. I just stood there, silent, still, letting the truth speak. I watched the chandelier reflect in Melissa's eyes, the pearls on her neck, the sweat gathering at her hairline. She looked like she might shatter, not because of me, because of her reflection. Quiet justice, a storm with no thunder, a victory with no roar. The host gestured me to the stage. I walked forward, my bag swayed at my side. Not a burden, a signature. I looked out at the room. The Hartleys watched, humility bruising their expressions. I spoke. Justice is not measured by who stands highest. No anger, no guilt trips, just truth, the kind that leaves echoes. But applause isn't closure, it's just noise. Closure comes in the quiet. 3 days passed. No calls, no visits. Silence can be respect. Silence can be fear. This felt like both. Then a message. We would like to speak with you. Not a demand, a request, a small crack in the armor. I agreed, but on my terms. Dinner, my home, 1 hour. Punctuality can be the first sign of humility. Not dressed for worship. Neutral colors. Hands clasped, eyes lowered. Their glances slid past my foyer, noticing the photographs lining the wall. Not luxury, legacy. Employees smiling beside new machines, scholarship recipients holding diplomas. A young Daniel, sleeves rolled up in the workshop. A sewing machine, the first one, framed like an heirloom. My home was not a castle. It was proof. Proof of work, proof of years, proof of stubborn hope. I guided them to the dining room. The table was set with mismatched plates, but because some plates carry memory, and memory deserves a place at the table. The food was simple: honey bread, roasted chicken, herbs from the garden. We ate quietly. No truffle oil, no pearls, no chandelier demanding attention. Just forks, just breath, just humanity. Melissa cleared her throat first, like crystal set on the edge of a shelf. Not sorry, not yet. Just acknowledgement. She tried again. We treated you as though you were beneath us, because we assumed you were. A mistake. The word landed like cold rain. Knuckles white. You have power, he said. A confession. Not admiration. Not fear. You have influence we did not see. I lifted my hand. Their words stumbled and fell into the silence. It should not have changed anything. The air tightened. They sat straighter. Veronica swallowed hard. I'm sorry, she whispered. I am genuinely sorry. Or connected. This apology was clumsy, sincere, ugly in its honesty. I could work with ugly honesty. It grows. I nodded. Since the gala? She asked.
Her voice trembled. I shook my head. Her face broke, eyes glossy. Not with tragedy, with truth. Because you feel remorse. Silence. Mr. Hartley asked. I met his gaze. When no one is watching, without calculation. He looked down at his hands. I don't know how to start, he admitted. Good, I replied. They finished the meal. Not quickly, not comfortably, but completely. Melissa paused at the door. She asked, a final attempt. Yes, there was. Distance, I said. She nodded. No argument, no protest, just acceptance. Boundaries are a form of love, for yourself. I sat alone at the table, steam rising from what was left of the tea. Not triumphant, not vindicated, just present. The world outside my window hummed. Cars, wind, life. I thought of that dinner table months ago. Their eyes, their assumptions, their conclusions. And I thought of this table now. Mismatched plates, breadcrumbs, hope. Not a story of revenge, not a story of winning.
Long before anyone else recognizes it, let me leave you with this. And being small will scare people. For ignorance, for submission, for weakness. Let them. Because the truth is not loud. It does not need applause. It does not require an audience. The truth stands, with or without permission. And so must you. Remember this. Some rooms are too small for you. Some tables were never built for you, until the spotlight forces their eyes open. That is not your failure. It is their lesson. They ever have. Let them learn. The house was quiet after they left. Not empty, just quiet. Tea cooled beside me, steam fading into the night. The sewing machine that started it all. My world wasn't built on chandeliers and names I never forgot. This was enough. This was home. My phone buzzed once. A message from Daniel. Proud of you, Mom. 3 words. Warm. Simple. I didn't reply. Some messages don't need answers. They just need to be held. Outside, a dog barked. Wind brushed the windows.
Life continued. I felt steady. No spotlight, no stage, no audience. Just me. And the years that made me. To whoever is listening, you don't owe the world proof. You owe yourself peace. Your worth isn't louder when someone notices it. It isn't smaller when someone doesn't. Staying who you are, even when the room tries to shrink you. Set it down. Not for them, for you. Grow anyway, and walk forward. The world will try to measure you. Don't let their ruler become your spine. Stand on your own terms, even if it's quiet, especially if it's quiet. This is my story. Not a fairy tale, not revenge, not victory. Just a woman who stayed herself and watched the world catch up. Remember this, your value does not leave with the people who fail to see it. It goes with you, everywhere. Hold that close, live from there. The rest will find its place. The lesson here is simple. A person's worth isn't found in the clothes they wear, but in the journey they have traveled.
Respect isn't a brand you can buy. It's a bridge you build through hard work. Have you ever been misjudged because of how you looked? I would love to hear your stories in the comments. If you enjoyed my journey, please like this video and subscribe for more powerful stories. Thank you for listening.